So I am a little bit late on reviewing these new Phantom Knight cards that were announced like a week and a half ago, and I'm super excited because Phantom Knights is one of my favorite decks that kind of helped get me into the game. I played a couple of different variants. I played like a pure PK um, version. I think before Phantom Rage came out, or maybe when Phantom Rage came out. But I played PK. I played a very interesting PK Kaiju deck that focused on going second, playing into the opponent's board after Kaijuing something, making Arc Rebellion and making it really big, and then just swinging for game, which was really fun. It didn't really do well, but it was just fun. And then a couple years ago, back when I was in college, I played PK Horus Adventure because the Horus cards had just come out in Age of Overlord, and I actually remember doing pretty good with those. So super excited to see that one of my favorite decks is actually getting more support. So this is going to be kind of like a mix between a card review and a deck profile, because probably going over the YG organization page would probably be a bit too boring. So I can kind of go over the cards and explain a deck at the same time. So first off, Decayed Cloak. You're going to want to play this at 3. This is a 1-card starter, basically. It is. Let's see. You can reveal the Phantom Knights card in your hand as cost to special summon this card from hand. Already really good. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a PK monster from deck to hand. So you go normal Cloak, add Boots, special Boots, go off. And then in Grave, it's got a good banish effect. You banish it to essentially treat an Xyz monster's rank as a level, which is actually pretty nice for the deck. Because now you don't have to you're not forced to just use an Xyz monster for link material. Doom Ray, also a 1-card combo. It's a Terror Top. So you can show no monsters, you can special it. On normal or special, you can set a PK from your deck, a PK spell trap. And then in Grave, it's level modulation. The banish effect is kind of weak, but it will come up. And then 3 Boots as the extenders, 2 Torn Scales, fill up Grave, 1 Ancient Cloak. I think you don't need to play more than 1 anymore, just because you just get access to this card on follow-up so easily. Ragged Gloves, you've always played 1. Rhoda and Foolish Burial, these are both 1-card combos, because you just go either Rhoda, add Solar Ray, Burial, send Cloak, Cloak, add Solar Ray. 3 Boots, 2 Torn, 1 Greaves, also another extender. 2 Fogblade, I don't think the deck needs to play 3. 1 Wing, because I think Fogblade is... Or not Fogblade, Phantom Knight's Sword is worse than this. Just because of the fact that if you're forced to activate this, you set it and activate it, it goes directly to Grave instead of staying on board like Sword does. And then the new Umbrage Veil, which is the PK version of Take Tomborg. It says you can activate it the turn it was set if you have a PK on field or grave. And then in Grave, you can banish this card from Grave immediately after the effect resolves Xyz Summon, which helps you Xyz Summon on the opponent's turn, which is pretty nice. Once you're 1 Graph, these help make Rusty Bardiche easier to make. 1 Force, 1 Requiem. This card is a new rank up magic. It's basically a Monster Reborn from Grave or Banish of a PK or Xyz Dragon. And then if you have a rank, or if you have an Xyz monster on board, you can rank up into a PK or Xyz Dragon that's 1 rank higher. So you revive one of your banished PK monsters, and if you've got like Break Sword on board, you can rank up into Raider's Knight or Dark Rebellion, or the new Heavenly Dragon. This card is really good. 3 Impulse. This deck can play Impulse. 3 Spark. The new Spark that I think is gonna come out fairly soon. You can activate it from your hand during the turn your opponent activates a monster effect in hand or grave. Basically, Azuna's text. You target a monster your opponent controls, banish it. Then, if you don't have a trap in grave, your opponent can special summon one from hand. If you activate it from hand, you are locked from everything besides light or dark, which this deck is dark. So yeah, you play these because they're actually really good in this deck. 3 Fua, 1 Perulia, because I only had 1 slot, so I just threw it in. 3 Ash, 3 Emperor. Good amount of non-engine in this deck, and this deck can OTK, which is pretty cool. For the sideboard, real quick, you can build this. You build your sideboard however you want. I just threw in cards. 2 more Perulia, 2 Droll. I kind of decided to just throw this in here. 1 Raidraptor Brave Strix and the Raidraptor Glorious Bright, because in theory, game 2 or 3, if you're going first, you can take out something like, what would you take out? Maybe like a Break Sword. Yeah, something like Break Sword. Go into Raider's Knight. You can go Raider's Knight, rank up into this, and then you can do Brave Strix effect, set this from deck. And Glorious Bright is essentially a Dracotail Flame for any face-up card if you have a Raidraptor Xyz monster on board. So it's a cute little tech that you could do if you wanted to. I'm going to try this, and if it doesn't work out, I'll just cut it. Going second cards in Droplet, going first cards in Crossout, Called By, and a Thrust package, because why not? Just fill up the side deck. 1 Rusty, this card's broken. SP, IP, broken cards. Cherubini helps extend into Rusty. Arc Rebellion, OTK. Dark Requiem, you play this in the deck now because it's super easy to make Dark Rebellion and rank up into this. This can either be 1, 2, 3 monster negate and destroys, and then revive an Xyz monster from grave, which helps make your IP live so you can make SP. 1 Exosister Caramel, because it's a monster that you can summon off of the Heavenly Dragon Dark Rebellion. It's kind of like a mini Omni Negate, where your opponent activates something, you can swap the effect to make them put a card from your grave back into your hand, which is cool. And then Ophion, because if a deck can play a Broken Floodgate, they're going to play a Broken Floodgate. So basically, the situation is your opponent activates Dracotail Rahu while you have Heavenly Dragon on board. You chain, detach 1, rank up into Ophion. They can't resolve Rahu. So yeah, this is going to be broken against Dracotail if it's still like a really top contender. Dark Rebellion, you need it for the Dark Requiem. 1 Raider's Knight to help rank up into, or down technically, into whatever you need. 2 Break Sword. 1 is basically for combo, and then the other is for follow-up and breaking the board for the next turn so you can make the Arc Rebellion. They get a new rank 3 that is basically E-Telly. Detach 1, summon a PK monster from your deck, which is really good, because you go like Solar Ray, set Umbrage, activate, summon, Xyz into Scythe, detach 1, summon Cloak, Cloak, add Boots, Boots, summon, combo. If you Xyz summon a Xyz Dragon while Scythe is on board, you can add a rank up magic spell from your deck. So it gets you access to your rank up magic. And then if it's popped, you can add a banished PK card back to your hand besides an Xyz monster, which is pretty good for follow-up if you ever do that. And then the last card in the deck would be one Levier the Sea Dragon. Basically, because it's 1 year away, you can recur your Ancient Cloak, or I guess your Ragged Gloves, or just anything you need. And then there's a combo that you can do where you go Levier, detach, summon, cloak, and then if you've got cloak, decayed cloak engrave, you can banish it, target Levier to make its rank treated as level, and then you can overlay into Breaksword and do with that what you will. So yeah, cool cards. I'm really happy about the quality of these cards. I was really afraid that Konami was gonna mess up the new support, because they don't really have the greatest track record of making good like third or fourth wave support cards. So I'm pretty happy that the cards that we're getting are actually really good. So yeah, that's kind of the hybrid of card review and deck profile. Let me know what you guys think of the new cards. I am interested in also playing PK Adventure, because this deck can still do that. You just don't play Dominus Spark. You can, but it's like it's awkward. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the new cards and the deck in the comments, and I will see you guys later.